604. Name of the paper, Applied Zoology. So unit, name of the unit, Fish Technology. In fish technology, last time we discussed induced breeding. Now, new unit, feeding and development of the fish. दिसते का स्क्रीन? स्क्रीन दिसते का सर्वांना? हॅलो.
हो मॅम दिसते स्क्रीन.
Now, third unit in the fish technology, fish feeding and also fish development. So nutritional and feed development in fishes. In that, first point, nutrition, concept of the feeding fish. Concept of feeding in fishes, feed requirement, which are the feeds required for the growth. Then live food of fishes, for example, larval food. Then supplementary feeding and process the feeding, and feed dispensing method, allowment of the how the feed allowed in the tank or a pond. So this is called as a feed dispensing method. So in nutritional and feed development, the growth and activity of the fishes depends on the food it takes, not only the quantity but also quality of food objects. Thus, fish nutrition is the great important or significance in fish farming, particularly in the intensive culture. So fish do not spend energy on maintaining body temperature because these are the physiolotherms, and in the maintenance of its position in water. The diet it takes or fish takes it used in the protein building material and energy requirement for metabolic activity. If there is a deficient diet may cause nutritional disease and other disorders that would be adversely affect the growth of the fish. For example, traditional aquaculturists depend totally on the production of natural food, wherein that ponds or tank present the natural foods, and the use of also fertilizers and pond management. For in the aquatic plant or larval growth, they using the pond management and used for the aquatic plant fertilizers. So these are used in the extensive, semi-extensive farming, and also supplementary feeding is also helpful in the stocking and enhancing the growth and production of the fish. So the concept of feeding fishes. So first point in this classification of various stages of aquaculture. So in depending on the quantity and quality of nutrients utilized by the aquaculturist, the levels of aquacultures are. First one is the extensive, no nutrients added. In that, fertilizers only added. Then second, fertilization, feed given to the enhanced production of the aquatic organism. Then supplemental feeding, incomplete feed given. Intensive feeding, nutritionally balanced diet or balanced feeding. And hyper intensive feeding, high input of the concentrated, nutritionally complete feeds. So fish production exclusively from the natural food or natural aquatic food. So some fishes in the pond or tank, these are the plankton feeders or planktonivorous. They obtain their food from the plankton. And these fishes, for example, katla, rohu, silver carp, tilapia, these are also ability to feed the plankton and also bottom material. Then also mrigal. Mrigal is efficient bottom feeder. Grass carp. consumes large quantities of aquatic weeds. Such fishes can be cultured without artificial feeding, but usually with application of fertilizers. हे जे फिश जिथं असतात तिथं काय केले जातात, aquatic प्लांट जास्तीत जास्त प्रमाणात वाढ कशी होईल यासाठी काय केले जातात, फर्टिलायझर्स यूज करतात आणि ते फीड म्हणून काय हे फिश त्यावरती राहतात. त्यामुळे यांना ऍडिशनल किंवा सप्लिमेंटेड फूड द्यायची गरज नाही. जिथं कल्चर केलं असते त्या ठिकाणी, समजा आता नॅचरल वॉटरमध्ये फिश आणि रोहू किंवा कल्चर केलेल्या ह्याच्यामधला रोहू ह्यातला फरक असतो. 6 महिन्यानंतर त्याची लेंथ बघाल तर तेवढीच असते, मात्र रोहूची वजन आणि लेंथ पण वाढलेली असते. हा कशामुळे तर हे ऍडिशनल सप्लिमेंट फूड दिल्यामुळे. सो देन सप्लिमेंटेड फीडिंग. So in the case, along with the natural food, various feedstuffs or prepared feeds are used as a supplement to increase fish production. For example, in the prawn culture, these are fertilized ponds, enhance natural productivity. In addition, also there are using for the prawn pelleted feeds. So using pelleted foods increases the yields of prawn, and supplemental feeding is used where natural aquatic food makes small contribution to the total protein and energy requirements of the culture fish. प्रोटीन किंवा दुसरे जे आहेत डिफिशियंट विटॅमिन्स वगैरे ऍड करायचं असेल, सप्लिमेंट जर द्यायचं असेल तर सप्लिमेंटल फीडिंग also provide to the fish. Then intensive and hyper intensive. In this culture, natural foods are insignificant source of the nutrient. So in this, there is a obtaining maximum yield per unit space and effort. At that time, this such culture needs highly concentrated, nutritionally complete feeds. At the time of only intensive and hyper intensive feeding, these are only if there is a natural food is insignificant in that pond, then addition to this feed add in that pond. So nutrient requirements. So nutrient requirement, like other animals, fish requires nutrients for the growth, reproduction, and normal physiological functions. So fishes have dietary requirements for the same like mammals, 10 essential amino acids. In mammal also or human, these are requirement of the 10 essential amino acids. In fish, like this way also required 10 essential amino acids. The energy requirements are lower for fishes. Fishes require some lipids such as omega-3, series of fatty acids and sterols. फिश मध्ये हे omega-3 असतात, त्यामुळे फिश खा असं सांगितले जाते बघा. Fishes have the ability to absorb soluble minerals from the water, and most of have limited ability to synthesize ascorbic acid and thus depend upon the dietary source. So nutritional requirement do not vary. These are different species are different. These are not vary, or these are some similarities. So feeding practices. Next one point is the feeding practices. Fishes are fed in water. It may so happen that substantial amount of feed may remain unconsumed. जर समजा आपण पाण्यात हे जर टाकले फीडिंग पेलेट्स वगैरे काय, तर काय होतंय यामध्ये there is a economic loss or the water quality also change. So such happening may not only result in economic loss but also can reduce the water quality. Therefore, aquaculturists must consider factors such as feed allowance, feeding method, and water stability. काही असतात ते पाण्यात टाकले की ते डिझॉल्व्ह होतात, काही वेळ तरंगतात आणि परत ते पाण्यात डिझॉल्व्ह होतात. त्यावेळेला काय होते, दिस अफेक्ट दी वॉटर क्वालिटी. Then efficiency. In the efficiency of the conversion of feed, efficiency म्हणजे काय, conversion of the feed into the body tissue, and it is more found in the more efficient in fish than the land animals. वर जे जमिनीवर असणारे जे एनिमल्स आहेत त्याच्यापेक्षा इफिशियन्सी पॉवर या फिश मध्ये जास्त आहे. सो फिशेस आर दी able to assimilate diets with the high percentage of proteins and probably due to their lower dietary energy requirements. हा फॉर्म्युला दिलेला आहे. So this formula, the food conversion rate is the weight increase relative to the amount of food. It expresses the ratio between food consumed per unit weight gained by the body. So food conversion rate is equal to feed intake divided into the weight increase. Feed जे दिलेलं आहे किती दिवसानंतर किती वाढलं किती ह्या डाटा सगळा तयार केला जातो. So food conversion ratio is also denoted as food quotient, food coefficient and growth coefficient. And conversion ratio efficiency weight gain divided feed intake into 100. हा फॉर्म्युला यूज केला जातो. Then feed requirement, काय काय feed requirement बघा. So first one is the bioenergy. ही काय feed requirement नाही. Energy is not nutrient. So energy is released during the metabolic oxidation of carbohydrate, fats and proteins. What is the meaning of bioenergetics? It is the study of balance between energy intake and energy utilization by animals for life-sustaining processes such as tissue synthesis, various activity and self-maintenance. So these are the bioenergy means conversion, or these are the energy released during the metabolic oxidation of carbohydrate, fats and proteins. And so this is also important in the fish. Then energy balance. There are two types of energy balance. Generally, heat energy, that is lost for maintaining body temperature. And second, free energy. These are utilized for the growth and biological activities. These are the important in the fish. So energy metabolism in fishes like cold-blooded animal is different from warm-blooded animal in that they do not expand energy to maintain their body temperature, different from its environment. In fishes, excretion of the waste nitrogen requires less energy as they can be readily released into the water through the gills. आता यात दिलेले एनर्जी दिलेले बघा इथं. फिकल एनर्जी, डायजेस्टेबल एनर्जी, मेटाबॉलिक एनर्जी दिलेले इथं. देन एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट, फिश मध्ये काय काय लागते बघा. एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट्स अँड सोर्स. As fishes live in aqueous environment where carbohydrates are rare, digestive and metabolic systems are better adapted for the utilization of protein and lipids. Carbohydrate कमी प्रमाणात आहे आणि protein and lipid हे जास्त आहे. So these are the sources of energy than the carbohydrate. So these are the table given nutritional requirements of adult and fingerling. In the first, nutrient, protein, lipid and carbohydrate. In adult, 40%, fingerling 45%, lipid 20% in adult and 6% in fingerling, carbohydrate 10% in adult and 26% in fingerlings. So these are the protein. आता ह्याचे काय आहेत फायदे बघा. Protein has a metabolizable energy value of about 4.5 kilocalories per gram, and it is comparatively higher than that of the mammal and birds. त्यात mammal and birds पेक्षाही जास्त energy आहे, metabolized energy. Fishes among all animals are most efficient in converting feed energy into high quality protein. Fishes require 10 amino acids, essential amino acids, as like the other animals. So diet deficient in any essential amino acid leads to the depressed appetite and reduced weight gain. Proteinचं महत्व किती आहे बघा यामध्ये. Then lipids or fats are also fatty acid or esters of glycerol. यामध्ये PUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acid, in requirement in fishes found to be significant in the diet. Most commercial aquaculture diets have less than 10% of the lipid. Then high lipid level may lead to the fatty liver disease or cause greater deposition of visceral fat. काही आपण कल्चर केलेले जे फिश असतो ना, जे आणतात बघा विकण्यासाठी कल्चर केलेले, त्यामध्ये हा प्रॉब्लेम असते. लिपिडचं प्रमाण कुठे असते, डायजेस्टिव्ह सिस्टीम वरती एक असते आणि लिव्हर, फॅटी लिव्हर. फिश कट केल्याबरोबर सगळं ऑइली पार्ट बाहेर येतो. सो दिस इज दी लिपिड or fat used in the किती प्रमाण पाहिजे 4 to 6% in the diet in carbs, and these are 4. Then next one, carbohydrate. In carbohydrate in animal aquaculture are the most abundant but relatively least expensive source of energy. हात काही जास्त लागत नाही कार्बोहायड्रेट. Adult stage आता वर दाखवल्याप्रमाणे only 10%. Fingerling मध्ये 20%. These are the this carbohydrate. Their diets contain 40% dextrine, and that results in the retarded growth. So fish contain amount carbohydrate 20% in cold water and 30% warm water fish feed. So carbohydrate in addition that have the physical functions of texturizing manufactured feed and also helping binder in the formulation of pellets. जे गोळ्या तयार करतात त्यामध्ये कार्बोहायड्रेट्सचा वापर करतात जेणेकरून पाण्यात पटकन विरघळू नये म्हणून. नेक्स्ट वन इज द विटॅमिन्स. विटॅमिन्स these are the derived from the natural food. These are also quantity of vitamin generally added. However, excess of vitamins also cause enlargement of liver and spleen or abnormal growth, bone formation and epithelial keratinization. जर जास्त प्रमाणात विटॅमिन्स जर झाले तर काय होते यामध्ये क्वांटिटी ऑफ विटॅमिन जनरली ऍडेड. जर जास्त झालं तर एक्सेस ऑफ विटॅमिन ए may cause enlargement of liver and spleen, abnormal growth of bone formation and epithelial keratinization. For some water soluble vitamins, some of this deficiency observed in the given. आता यामध्ये बघा थायमिन यामुळे काय होणार आहे. These are the deficiency of this thiamine, anemia, anaxaria, नंतर व्हर्लिंग मोशन, व्हॅस्क्युलर डिजनरेशन, हिमोरेज, बरेचसे असे हे दिलेले आहेत. डिफिशियन्सी जर असेल तर काय होते. नेक्स्ट व्हिटॅमिन रायबोफ्लेविन. इट इज ऑल्सो अनारेक्सिया, क्लाउडी लेन्स, डोळ्यावरती लेन्स क्लाउडी येते, डार्क स्किन, dim vision, discolored iris, hemorrhage in eyes, then incoordinator lens cataract, mortalities, photophobia. So this is the deficiency of riboflavin. Then pyridoxine B6, anorexia, ascites, ataxia, convulsions, phlegm of operculum, hyperirritability, microcystic, hypochromic anemia, rapid and jerky breathing, weight loss, then nervous disorder, increased mortalities. So these are related to the pyridoxine, vitamin B6. Then folic acid, anemia, anorexia, ascites, dark coloration, then fragility of the caudal fins, lethargy, microcystic anemia, pale gills, poor growth. These are the related to the folic acid. Then pantothenic acid, anorexia, clubbed gills म्हणजे सूज आल्यासारखं, then flood, opercula, gill exudate, mumpy appearance, then lethargy, necrosis of the jaw, barbels and fins, and poor weight gain. The inositol, anemia, then bloated stomach, poor growth, skin lesions, biotin, anemia. बरेचसे हे एकमेकासारखेच असे काही ग्रोथचे दिलेले आहेत. व्हिटॅमिन ए असायटिस बघा, इडिमा, हिमोरेजिक किडनी, व्हिटॅमिन डी रिड्युस्ड कन्व्हर्शन, व्हिटॅमिन ई एनिमिया, असायटिस, देन सिरॉइड इन लिव्हर, स्प्लीन, किडनी, क्लब्ड गिल्स, मायक्रोसिस्टिक एनिमिया, मॉर्टॅलिटीज, पेरिकार्डियल एडिमा, पुअर ग्रोथ, रेड ब्लड सेल फ्रेजिलिटी, आणि व्हिटॅमिन के एनिमिया, कोॲग्युलेशन time prolonged. These are the deficiencies found when these vitamins are absent. Then minerals कुठले आहेत बघा. Fishes like all animals require minerals, various biological functions such as formation of skeletal tissue, blood plasma, hemoglobin formation, and also for the many enzymatic reaction. मिनरल कशासाठी लागतात, जसे आपल्या बॉडीमध्ये लागतात तसे require minerals for various biological functions such as formation of skeletal tissue, blood plasma, hemoglobin formation, and also for many enzymatic reactions. There are about 26 naturally occurring essential elements required by the animals. यातले फक्त 9 these are have seen needed by the fin fishes, and these are the deficiency. आता जर समजा हे नसेल, कॅल्शियम पुअर ग्रोथ जर कमी असेल तर पुअर ग्रोथ, फीड इफिशियन्सी, हाय मॉर्टॅलिटी. फॉस्फरस, स्केलेटल ॲबनॉर्मॅलिटीज, पुअर ग्रोथ अँड फीड इफिशियन्सी, बोन मिनरलायझेशन. मॅग्नेशियम, दिस ऑल्सो हाय मॉर्टॅलिटी, स्लगिशनेस, स्केलेटल ॲबनॉर्मॅलिटी. आयर्न, हायपोक्रोमिक मायक्रोसिस्टिक ॲनिमिया. कॉपर, पुअर ग्रोथ. मॅंगनीज, पुअर ग्रोथ, ॲबनॉर्मॅलिटीज इन टेल ग्रोथ. आयोडीन, थायरॉइड हायपरप्लासिया. झिंक, cataract, caudal fin and skin erosion, growth depression. Selenium, muscular dystrophy and exudative diastole. So these are the minerals are also important in the fish feed. Then live feed, live food for the fishes. For example, the plankton, zooplankton, phytoplankton used. So most aquatic animals subsist on the live food comprising both plants and animals. They obtain from the environment in which they live, and some of however they ingest utilize detritus along with the associated benthos organism. All these foods are generally rich in essential nutrients. For example, larval stages of the many fish, these are the crustaceans, depends entirely on the live food, and their initial source of the food is the phytoplankton. Larval stages मध्ये असताना हे phytoplankton, zooplankton वरतीच असतात. Then after the larvae they develop into the certain length, they feed exclusively on the zooplankton and other animal species or combination of plant and animal matter. So for hatchery use, more convenient to culture algae under the controlled condition. In nursery and grow out ponds, live foods are generally produced as a result of biological cycle initiated by mineral, nutrients and solution. Then light penetration also important factor. Sun heat, it is convert the inorganic matter and carbonic acid in solution into organic matter in the form of vegetable tissue consisting of phytoplankton and periphyton. The major nutrients required by the plants are phosphorus, nitrogen, carbon. These are the required by the most of the species of phytoplankton. Phytoplankton मध्ये aquatic ज्या पॉन्ड मध्ये फर्टिलायझर पण यूज करतात, मात्र हे प्रॉनच्या लार्वे असतील, फिशच्या लार्वे असतील, त्यांना हे पहिल्यांदा फायटोप्लॅंक्टॉन हेच फीड दिले जाते, नंतर झूप्लॅंक्टॉन. आणि हे काय काय रिक्वायरमेंट पूर्ण करू शकतात बघा. कार्बन, फॉस्फरस, these are nitrogen. So major nutrients required by plants are phosphorus, nitrogen and carbon. Ratio of carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus required by the most species of phytoplankton, it is about हा रेशियो दिलेला आहे. कार्बन, नायट्रोजन, फॉस्फरस 106, 106 raised to 16 raised to 1. So this is the live food, larvae, phytoplankton and zooplankton. Then culture of live food. So in recent time there has been greater interest in the intensive forms of phytoplankton and zooplankton cultures, and these are culture अगोदर तयार केले जाते आणि नंतर ते पॉन्ड मध्ये टाकले जाते मल्टिप्लिकेशन साठी. पहिला कल्चर आहे अल्गल कल्चर. अल्गल कल्चर हा ह्याच्यासाठी पण फेमस आहे बघा, प्रॉन साठी ग्रीन कल्चर म्हणून, ग्रीन वॉटर कल्चर और ग्रीन वॉटर मेथड. यामध्ये क्लोरेला स्पेसिस जास्तीत जास्त असतात आणि कलर ह्या पूर्ण टँकचा हिरवट रंग असतो. ग्रीन वॉटर इज मिक्स्ड विथ फायटोप्लॅंक्टन कल्चर विथ ए predominance of chlorella species. So algal culture, these are the facilities form an integral part of the many shrimp and prawn hatcheries. The most important activity of the algal culture is in controlled breeding of mollusks, where they are used in the feed to feed the larva. Various species algal culture च्या बऱ्याचशा आहेत त्या अगोदर तयार केल्या जातात आणि पॉन्ड मध्ये लॅबोरेटरी मध्ये तयार करून त्या टँक मध्ये किंवा पॉन्ड मध्ये ऍड केल्या जातात. द नेक्स्ट वन इज झूप्लॅन्क्टॉन कल्चर. Zooplankton organism may be obtained either by collection from the natural water or by under the controlled condition. And small scale collection zooplankton from the natural waters using standard plankton game is common. But large scale production plankton collection is practiced. ते कल्चर तयार केले जाते आणि नंतर त्या पॉन्ड मध्ये ऍड केले जाते. कुठले कुठले प्लॅंक्टॉन्स आहेत बघा झूप्लॅन्क्टॉन मध्ये. रोटिफेरन्स, यामध्ये ब्रॅकिओनस, फिलिनिया, किरॅटिला, नंतर क्लॅडोसिरन्स, यामध्ये डॅफनिया, मोइना, कोपेपॉड्स, सायक्लोप्स, डायटम्स. कल्चर्स कॅन ऑल्सो डन ऑलिगोचिड्स, अर्थवर्म, ट्युबिफेक्स, then Carnomus larvae. So flat trays filled with the manured soil and covered with water attract carnomid flies to deposit eggs in them, and production of about 0.3 kilogram meter square per week can be obtained. Tubifex and can be cultured by using sewage and pig or horse manure culture medium, and it develops masses within 15 days. Inoculation can be obtained by draining the bottom with spade. आपण समजा पॅरामेशियम, अमिबा वगैरे कल्चर करतो ना, गव्हाचे जे गवत आहे, गव्हाचं गवत घेऊन पाण्यात भिजवलं जातं आणि ते झाकून ठेवायचं 8 दिवस. त्याच्यानंतर ज्यावेळेला तुम्ही हे कराल त्यावेळेला त्यामध्ये अमिबा, पॅरामेशियम, इब्लिन बरेचसे हे झूप्लॅन्क्टॉन्स त्यामध्ये दिसतात. देन फर्टिलायझेशन ऑफ पॉन्ड फॉर प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द लाईव्ह फूड. यामध्ये फर्टिलायझर्स जे आतले जे हे आहेत ॲक्वॅटिक प्लांट्स, झूप्लॅन्क्टॉन, फायटोप्लॅन्क्टॉन, ह्याची ग्रोथ होण्यासाठी फर्टिलायझर्स यूज केले जातात. सो दिस इज द फर्टिलायझेशन ऑफ पॉन्ड फॉर प्रोडक्शन ऑफ लाईव्ह फूड. नंतर सप्लिमेंटरी आणि फिडिंग. सप्लिमेंटरी फिडिंग आहे, यामध्ये फिडिंग इन्ग्रेडियंट, जर समजा नॅचरल फूड त्यांना कमी पडत असेल त्यावेळेला हे सप्लिमेंटरी फीड इन्ग्रेडियंट कल्चरल फिश मध्ये हे मोस्टली दिले जातात. In traditional aquaculture, various feedstuffs have been used from time to time. Comprises oil cakes, peat, rice bran, mill waste, brewery waste, slaughterhouses waste or blood, bean residue, silkworm pupae, poultry waste, fish offal, trash feed, fish byproduct. These feedstuffs in various combinations are provided as a mixture in order to improve the food conversion ratio. And these are providing additional protein fat to the fish, and these are increasing the also fish production. Then various feeding ingredients in their composition. यामध्ये प्लांट मार्फत होणारे बघा प्रायमरी प्लांट प्रोटीन सोर्सेस. सोयाबीन meal, after removal of the oil from the soybean, residue is soybean meal. It is of 3 types: dehulled and solvent extracted. पहिला solvent extracted and expeller extracted. This consisting 48, 44 and 42% protein. So soybean meal is highly palatable to most warm water fishes, and it is the major protein source used in the aquaculture feed containing all essential amino acids. सोयाबीन आपल्याला पण सांगतात बघा डॉक्टर, सोयाबीनचा यूज करा म्हणून, गव्हाच्या दळणात वगैरे टाका सोयाबीन. यामध्ये बरेचसे एसेन्शियल अमिनो ऍसिड्स असतात. नंतर कॉटन मिल, कॉटन सीड मिल. इट इज ऑल्सो ऑब्टेन बाय grinding the cake remains after extraction of the oil. Cotton seed meal contains about 41% protein, but it is deficient in lysine. It is generally used in preparation catfish feeds at level of 10% to 15% total feed. The next one is the peanut meal. आपण जे शेंगदाण्याचे वगैरे हे करतात, पेंड म्हणतो त्याला. After peanut are grinded and oil extracted, mechanically or solvent extraction, the peanut meal is obtained. Mechanically extracted and solvent extracted peanut meal contains, there are about 45% and 48% protein respectively. It is also highly palatable fishes. They are seriously deficient in lysine. Then sunflower meal. Sunflower meal is obtained after extraction of the oil from the sunflower seeds. It contains about 44% protein, and it also limits, there is a low lysine content and high level of fiber, limits the usefulness of fish feed. Then canola meal, this is also vegetable oil prepared from the special rapeseed after the removal of oil, contain 38% protein but relatively low in lysine. Canola meal is low in glucosinolate and uric acid, which is considered detrimental to the fish growth. However, it can be used up to a level 20 to 25% in fish seeds. जास्त प्रमाणात याचा वापर केला जात नाही. हे झालं प्लांट सोर्सेस. Then animal sources, animal protein sources. Fish meal. Fish meal contains 60 to 80% excellent quality protein and good source of essential amino acids, rich in energy, minerals, vitamins, essential fatty acids, and these are used many commercial fish feed due to its high cost. Then fish soluble. Fish soluble is obtained after extraction of fish body and liver oil. It contains 50% dry matter, 30% protein and 4% fat. Then meat and bone meal. It is the rendered product of the beef or pork tissue. It should not be contain other materials such as hoof, hair, horn, hide, blood, intestine. It contains about 50 crude protein and it is good source of the mineral. Then blood meal. Blood meal is a byproduct from the meat packing plants and consists of clean, fresh animal blood. Protein percentage in blood meal is 80 to 86%, and it is rich in lysine but deficient in methionine. Then poultry byproduct and poultry meal. It is made up of grounded carcasses, slaughterhouses, slaughtered poultry comprising head, feet, undeveloped eggs, visceral organs. However, it does not contain feathers. This product contains good quality of 59% protein. Then poultry feather and hydrolyze. The clean uncomposed feathers from the slaughter poultry is subjected to high pressure treatment to produce hydrolyzed poultry feathers. Although its protein percentage is high, 85% quality of protein, and it is poor in deficient several essential amino acids, particularly lysine. Then shrimp or waste meal or prawn. Shrimp waste meal is prepared from the discarded head, limb, exoskeleton. These are, exoskeleton is primarily chitin and also limited nutritional value. Shrimp waste meat contains 40% crude protein and it's good source of fatty acids, cholesterol, and also astaxanthins. Then energy supplements. आता ह्यात परत एनर्जी हे दिल्यानंतर पण एनर्जी सप्लिमेंट, those foodstuffs that contain less than 20% protein. यामध्ये बघा, corn product, grounded corn grain and corn screening are used, relatively inexpensive source of energy, feed commercial catfishes. Cooking the grains and screening improve the digestible corn for fish. Corn product up to 40% have been used in the water fish feeds without any adverse effect. The next one is the sorghum. In sorghum grains, nutrient composition is similar to the corn, but protein content is slightly higher. Then rice product. Rice bran is the higher fat and fiber. This limits its used in fish feeds less than 7%. Then wheat products. Wheat grain is the good pellet binder. ज्या गोळ्या तयार करण्यासाठी वापरतात ना, ते लगेच पाण्यात विरघळू नये म्हणून त्या गोळ्यासाठी हे wheat product वापरले जातात. So it is good pellet binder but generally more expensive than the corn. It is good source of energy for warm water fishes. Wheat products when used primarily as binder, quantity of 2 to 5% is generally used. Then animal and fat plants. Oils, they are highly concentrated source of energy, acts as a source of essential fatty acid. Animal fat oil generally preferred over plant oil as they are less expensive. Then vitamins and minerals. Most commercial foodstuffs are used in preparing fish feeds contain vitamins and minerals. Still, the fish feeds are supplemented with vitamins and trace minerals as well as phosphorus. आता हे binding agents आहेत. So these agents generally much in the use steam pelleted crustacean feed. जे pellets तयार गोळ्या तयार करण्यासाठी जे फिश फीड म्हणून वापरतात ना फिश टँक मध्ये वगैरे त्यामध्ये हे बाइंडर्स वापरतात. कुठले कुठले आहेत बघा त्यामध्ये सल्फोनेट, हेमिसेल्युलर, बेन्झोइक, अल्जिनेट बरेचसे आहेत. मात्र आपल्याला माहिती असणारे हे. आता फिश फॉर्म्युलेशन यामध्ये बघा न्यूट्रिएंट कंटेंट ऑफ फीड कंटेन maturity processing feed material also relation to their protein, fiber and ash content. यामध्ये फिश मिल मध्ये इसेन्शियल ऍसिड आणि इसेन्शियल फॅटी ऍसिड असणारे असे फीड आहेत फीड फॉर्म्युलेशन मध्ये. आता प्रोसेस्ड फीड, टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोसेस्ड फीड. Processed feed ensure that help that cultured animals receives balanced diet that meets their nutritional requirement. So processed feed also help quality and availability of food. These feeds are formulated according to the nutrient specification and usually expensive than the supplementary food. हे महागडे असतात कल्चर केलेल्या फिश साठी वापरले जातात. प्युरिफाईड, these are the processed feed, semi purified and practical. जे रिसर्च वगैरे करण्यासाठी फिश वापरले जातात त्यासाठी हे वापरले जातात. Then based on the water content, artificial compound feeds can be classified moist feed and dry feeds. Such feeds are prepared without exposure to the heat and does not result in nutritional losses. Grinding, mixing machines are used. Moist feeds are used practical or test diets. And so these are after preparation. Such diets are used immediately after preparation. They are susceptible to the spoilage. काही मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम्स किंवा ह्याच्यामुळे काय होते ड्राय फीड्स म्हणजे हे पेलेट्स वगैरे जे तयार करतात त्याला ड्राय फीड्स म्हणतात. नंतर लार्वल फीड्स, न्यूली हॅचड लार्वी ऑफ फिनफिश, प्रॉन डिपेंड्स ऑन लाईव्ह फिश, लाईव्ह फूड सच ॲज युनिसेल्युलर अल्गी, रोटिफर्स, नॉप्लिया लार्वा ऑफ ब्राईन श्रिम्प फॉर बेटर सर्वायवल. प्रॉनच्या लार्वा ह्या सगळ्या ह्या अशा लार्व्हीवरतीच असतात. So use of prepared feeds has been successfully for some species. Cultured or live foods, phytoplankton, zooplankton are expensive. Larval feeds have been developed to replace them. Such larval feeds used to feed larval fish in hatchery should be less than 0.5 mm in size and palatable, water stable, nutritionally complete. Larvae ह्या काही दुसरे फीड खात नाही त्यामुळे डायटम्स, अल्गी, झूप्लॅन्क्टन, फायटोप्लॅन्क्टन याच्यावरतीच लार्वा फिडिंग करतात. मिल्स अँड क्रम्बल्स, दिस फीड्स आर युज्ड फॉर फिडिंग फिश फ्राय अँड स्मॉल फिंगरलिंग्स. ह्याच्यासाठी हे दिलेलं आहे हे मिल्स. दीज आर प्रिपेअर्ड बाय रिड्युसिंग पार्टिकल साइज, लहान लहान थ्रू ग्राइंडिंग अँड स्क्रीनिंग टू पार्टिकल साइज ऑफ not more than 0.5 mm and mixing the ground ingredient. So these are also another feed, micro encapsulated feeds. Smaller particles or bedlet of feed coated with thin layer of compound which will be reduced the dissolving and leaching nutrients are called micro encapsulated feeds. हे पाण्यात न विरघळण्यासाठी वर thin layer ऍड करतात त्याला म्हणतात micro encapsulated feeds. Then flakeless feeds. For aquarium feed, fishes feed should be nutritionally complete, palatable, should float or sink slowly and should not disintegrate quickly in water. पाण्यात फिश टँक मध्ये आपण टाकल्यानंतर बराच वेळ त्या तरंगत राहतात. So these are also called as a flake seeds. So these ingredients are first ground to find particle size with additional attritional meal and blended with water to form sludge and that is spread evenly over the surface of heated rotting drum so as to dry it on thin sheet. आणि हे pellets याचे तयार केले जातात. Medicated feeds यामध्ये antibiotics यूज केले जातात बघा. Medicated feeds contain antibiotics. These are two antibiotics, tetramycin and romate. and these meals preparing such feed should be licensed. या तयार करताना मिक्स जे अँटीबायोटिक्स करताना त्यावेळेला फिश फीड तयार करण्याकडे लायसन पाहिजे. क्रुस्टेशियन फीड. So crustaceans are the bottom feeder. They require diets that will remain stable in water longer period of time and will not float. Okay. Food stuff with good binding properties along with the special binding agents should be used in the steam pelleted fish. न विरघळणारे फीड आहे ते फीड प्रिपरेशन. आता फीड प्रिपरेशन आपल्याकडे आपल्याला नाहीच आहे स्मॉल किंवा ही कसं तयार केलं जातं ह्या मशीन्स आहे दाखवलेले आहेत बघा. ग्राइंडर, पेलेटायझर, मिक्सर. परत इकडे आलं का काय. सो दीज आर द पिक्चर्स. पेलेटायझर हे ग्राइंडर बारीक केले जाते. नंतर पेलेटायझर. दिस इज द पेलेटायझर. दिस इज द मिक्सर. नंतर हॉरिझॉन्टल मिक्सर. पेलेट्स इन ड्रायर. सिविंग. ह्या प्रोसेस आहेत त्यांच्या फीड तयार करण्याच्या. ते काय आपल्याला लागत नाही. पॅलेट्स किती किती टाईपचे पॅलेट्स तयार केले जातात. हार्ड पॅलेट, हार्डनेस अँड वॉटर स्टेबिलिटी वरती असतात ते पॅलेट्स. पॅकिंग अँड प्रिपेअर्ड फीड. स्टोरेज किती वेळ ठराविक वेळेला किती महिने त्याच्यावरती हे द्यायला पाहिजे. सो प्रॉपरली स्टोअर फीड विल कीप वेल 1 to 3 months in summer, 2 to 4 months in winter. So these are the storage. In a feed mill, care should be taken to store both feed material and processed seed, cool and dry conditions as much as possible. जर समजा हे झालं नाही तर यामध्ये परत प्रॉब्लेम्स म्हणजे मायक्रो बॅक्टेरिया वगैरे तयार होऊन हे होतात. एजंट्स, कंटामिनेटिंग एजंट्स, फॅट्स इन फीडस्टफ्स ऑफन ब्रेक डाऊन ड्युरिंग स्टोरेज. जर हे तुम्ही फॅट वगैरे वापरलं असेल तर त्याचं कन्व्हर्शन जास्त दिवस झाल्यानंतर वेगळंच होते. नंतर ह्या मेथड्स आहेत बघा कसं फिडिंग करायचं. फिडिंग डिस्पेन्सिंग मेथड. सो हँड फिडिंग इज द कॉमन मेथड फॉर द feed dispensing. It is the advantage that the farmer can observe the feeding behavior of the stock and ensure the feed is made available to all the fishes. Disc throwers and hand operated blowers are also generally used. The mechanical aids used for the hand feeding. In large fish pond, boats are also used for the hand feeding. बोटी मध्ये बसले जातात आणि ते हळूहळू हाताने असं स्प्रेड केले जातात. नंतर दुसरा आहे तो ऑटोमॅटिक फीडर. यामध्ये प्रिपेअर्ड फीड हे व्हेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ ऑटोमॅटिक फीडर्स आर युज्ड इन दी larval tank and grout areas. Electrically activated timing devices are used to dispense set amount of feed at certain intervals. टायमर लावलेला असतो त्यावेळेला बरोबर ते फीड ऍड केले जाते. डिस्पर्स patterns are following different types. Feeds are dropped directly into the water from storage bins. दूसरा टाइप है फीड में भी dispersed wildly by falling into the rotating disc. And आपका एक मॉडेल है. In other model, electrical impulses are received by vibrator present just inside the opening of the bottom of the conical feed hopper. A small plastic disc is present underneath the hopper. Pellets fall into the disc, which vibrates each time impulses are received and thrown into the water. So mobile mechanical feeding systems such as blowers are used dispense feed over large areas. Mechanisms using compressed air to distribute pellets over the water have also been successfully used in the raceway culture. Demand feeder. The demand feeders are activated by animals themselves by means of rod or plate hanging from the feeder into the water. Rod or plate is struck the moving fish mistaking as a bait. This result release of small amount of pellet from the hopper. This fish soon learns to activate the feeder and generally does find when it wishes to feed. ज्यावेळेला त्यांना पाहिजे त्यावेळेला तिथे ते स्ट्रक करतात. स्ट्रक केल्याबरोबर काय होते ती फीड खाली पडते. Computer controlled feeder. Computer controlled feeder are used in advanced countries where quantity of feed and frequency of the feeding is regulated through the appropriate programs. It takes into the account several variables such as stock density, growth rate, conversion rate, temperature condition, mortality, and harvest time. So these are the method dispensing methods of the fish feeding. So we complete this unit, name of this unit, feeding and also development, फिश डेव्हलपमेंट. फिश डेव्हलपमेंट साठी फीडिंग का गरजेचं आहे हे तुम्हाला दिलेले आहे. आपल्याला फक्त फीड कुठलं कुठलं वापरतात फिश मध्ये हे सांगायचं आहे फक्त, बाकी काही नाही. सो दिस इज दी युनिट वी कंप्लीट. आता एकच युनिट फक्त राहिलेलं आहे, ते युनिट म्हणजे लास्ट हार्वेस्टिंग अँड मार्केटिंग. एवढे एकच युनिट आपलं राहिलेलं आहे. बाकी सगळा हा आपला फिश टेक्नॉलॉजी मधले सगळे संपलेले आहेत. बघा, न्यूट्रिशनल अँड फीड डेव्हलपमेंट इन फिशेस किंवा फीडिंग अँड डेव्हलपमेंट इन फिशेस हे युनिट आपलं इथं पूर्ण झालं. काय शंका आहे का कुणाची? एकदा दोनदा वाचून सुद्धा तुम्हाला कळतंय, त्यामुळं हॅलो बोला आता. अरे कुणी स्क्रीनशॉट काढून घेतलाय का? प्रेझेंटीचा स्क्रीनशॉट तरी घ्या तेवढा. हॅलो अरे बोला ना जरा.
Yes, ma'am.
अगं घेतलाय का प्रोजेक्ट ह्याचा स्क्रीनशॉट घेतलाय का?
घेतलाय.
जे युनिटचं आणि याचं प्रेझेंटीचं घेतलं असेल तर मला पाठवा. काय शंका आहे का तुम्हाला याबद्दल? काही नाही, खूप सोपं युनिट आहे. फक्त फिश फीड आणि डेव्हलपमेंट कशी होती, म्हणजे लार्वीला कुठलं फीड पाहिजे, ग्रो आउट किंवा फिंगरलिंगला कुठलं पाहिजे, किंवा जास्त मोठे असणाऱ्या फिश त्यांच्या वयानुसार कसं फीड दिलं जाते, हे फक्त यामध्ये दिलेलं आहे. काय शंका नसेल तर काय करूया, थांबूया का आपण? आहे का काय शंका? फिश टेक्नॉलॉजी मधले बघा, पहिले युनिट आहे इंड्युस्ड ब्रीडिंग. नंतर दुसरं युनिट एक मी घेतलेलं आहे ट्रान्सपोर्टिंग मेकॅनिझम. आता तुम्हाला परीक्षेला वगैरे यावरचे क्वेश्चन असतील. कुठले कुठले मेथड आहेत? ओपन मेथड, ट्रान्सपोर्टिंग ऑफ फिश सीड, ओपन मेथड, क्लोज्ड मेथड, त्याचे फायदे काय तोटे काय हे द्यायचे. नंतर तिसरं युनिट आजचं घेतलेलं आहे फिश फीडिंग अँड फिश डेव्हलपमेंट. आता एक युनिट राहिलेलं आहे हार्वेस्टिंग, मार्केटिंग अँड हार्वेस्टिंग. हे एवढे युनिट झाले की हा आपला हा टॉपिक संपतोय. समजलं? काय शंका आहे का? त्याच्या नोट्स तुम्हाला मी ते आहे तसं PDF ट्रान्सफर करते. चला थँक्यू. हे करते मी, सोडते आता.
हॅलो. हा
इथं हे असं नाही म्हणते
काय हो?
काहीच दिसेना.
कारण इथं पण ती 2 मुलं आहेत.
नेटचा प्रॉब्लेम काय तर नेटचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे बघ.